5 a.m. in London. They'd almost pucker up to anything to get out the vote. By 7:30, the main Tory face of leaving the EU was geeing up supporters in Essex.
Fantastic, you are the salt of the earth.
An hour later, the Prime Minister on the factory floor again, this time with Harriet Harman. Your decision could change his career.
Thank you very much.
Ramming home his message with a little help from his friends.
If they vote to leave on the basis of half-truths and untruths and misunderstandings, then pretty soon the grave diggers of our prosperity will have some very serious questions to answer.
Is he wondering if he'll also be a former Prime Minister by the weekend? To Ashby de la Zouch in Leicestershire, the closing hours of a campaign that's been vibrant and noisy.
How are you? Can we count on you tomorrow?
And if the polls tell us anything, a result that could be very tight.
Thank you for coming out this morning then.
But what do you think is going to happen? What's your sense?
It's impossible to know. I hope everybody who wants to take back control of our democracy will come out and vote tomorrow. And I just say to people who are making their minds up that I think the safest thing to do is to vote leave, because if we don't, we're just locked in this thing. It'll go on and on with no reform at all.
A senior politician once said to me, the more hands they shake, the more votes they get. It's not quite as simple as that, but he's giving it a damn good try.
Go and take control. Thank you.
Why would you leap into the unknown?
But there's been anger and anxiety on both sides too.
Can you shut up?
No, I can't shut up.
Nobody wants to listen to you.
They do. No, you don't want to listen to me,
Nobody
mate,
wants to listen to you.
That's why you don't want to listen.
You've got nothing to say.
You don't want to listen because I'm 17 and you think I'm illiterate.
But what the UK decides about the EU could affect our other union.
I'm off to Benidorm with these guys.
The SNP wants you to remain.
Thank you very much.
Nigel Farage.
But this is the moment for the man whose years of campaigning for out pushed to this decision a day away.
Vote with your heart, vote with your soul, vote with pride in this country and its people, and together we can make tomorrow our Independence Day.
Whether battle bus, plane, helicopter, or simply walking in wellies, whatever it takes today.
The leader of the Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn.
Then a show of strength for Labour. The leader's a reluctant Remain, but will his voters really listen?
The vote is tomorrow. Do what's best for our people. Vote for jobs. Vote for rights at work. Vote for our NHS. Vote to remain in the European Union.
But on the south coast at lunchtime, the most bitter fight has been among Tory friends and rivals.
More and more people I've found have been warm and responsive and recognise that voting leave is the optimistic thing to do.
It's 3 o'clock and the school buses are all lined up and the Prime Minister is on his home turf for a visit in Oxfordshire.
Just in case you hadn't noticed, he wants this choice to be about the next generation. Might he be wondering if only they all had a vote?
A couple of weeks ago you told me you weren't worried about the result, but it seems so uncertain. You must be now.
Well, obviously, I think for the sake of the country, it's really important we vote to stay in, because that is how we're going to have a stronger economy, that's how we're going to be safer as a country, that's how we're going to be stronger as a country. So in this last day, we need to make all those arguments and we need to encourage people to get out there and vote to remain.
What's your hunch?
Either way, your choice will not be the end of this extraordinary story. The referendum has already changed our politics. This is only the end of part one. Laura Kuenssberg, BBC News, Oxfordshire.